Hi, everybody, and welcome to Rancho Capistrano. I'm Ken Gonzalez for George Langevin Productions, and this is the girls under 15 championship game, National Cup. Alongside me is my ever trusty and worthy partner, Justin Sisko. Justin, how are you doing today?
Doing just fine, Ken. How about yourself?
Just good as we watch surf right here in blue. The Eagles out of Camarillo, California in white. And we're just about ready to start the action, and there we go. This championship match is underway.
I have been waiting for this all day. I'm so nervous, Ken, I haven't eaten a thing.
And I tell you this, if they would have sold tickets to this event, they might have made about $100,000, because look at the cars in this parking lot.
It is the exclusive Rancho Capistrano.
Exclusive.
Very exclusive.
It's a very nice field, lush. It's very level. We've seen a lot of playing fields that weren't quite level.
No, as a matter of fact, if you just make your way towards Lancaster, California, you can find what they call the Big Dipper, which is the field that has many potholes and is somewhat sloped. An enjoyable surface for soccer players to attempt their skills at.
That's a field that has a little tree dwellers, doesn't it?
The Hobbits are involved there. Little known fact.
That shot just hitting the side of the net there. Nothing for Surf to be concerned about as they have the goal kick. And we'll get to the rosters for Surf there in blue as they will clear it away from their net. Number 1 is Alexandra Sitta. Number 2 is Sarah Bromley. Number 4, Megan Moran. Number 6, Natalie Garcia. Number 7, Caroline Shevlin. Number 9 is Michelle Spacciapoli, a name that you can...
Spacciapoli.
You can say very well there, Mr. Sisko.
She is probably related somehow.
Number 10, Cecia Fernandez. Number 13, Catherine Roby. And now Surf has to get back on defense. Here come the Eagles, showing off some nice footwork. Eagles center the ball, and it's going to be just a little bit long and wide. And another goal kick coming up for Surf. Number 14 for Surf, Melissa Igracia. Number 15, Chantal Capuccilli.
Nice.
Number 16, Brittany Wynn. Number 19, Grace Shevlin. Number 20 is Elise Crispin. And the keeper today, as we see her, well, she was in view. There she is in the lime green jersey there. Rebecca Delaney. The head coach is Ada Greenwood.
Excellent. Nicely done, Ken. And the San Diego Surf Whites are wearing the blue. A little bit confusing, yes, absolutely. Maybe the white is the whitewash that comes onto the surf. I don't know.
Well, the white represents the top level of the surf club.
Oh, well, thank you, Ken, for pointing out my ignorance to everyone watching this at home.
Millions. Look at the crowds here. It's just ridiculous.
It is.
There are a lot of people at this match, and we're getting a little physical there as the Eagles take the ball away, but we're going to get a late whistle there, and a call is, I believe that was Alexandra Sitta, who was just taken down.
Sitta had to take a seat for just a moment and sit down.
Reminiscent of Karl Malone taking people down in the basketball court.
Karl Malone. We were talking about this earlier, Ken.
Over lunch, yes.
We were discussing the players that we may or may not like in certain sports, and I'm not a Karl Malone fan, although you defend him to the end, even though he elbowed people in the faces, and he hurt them quite often. But, you know,
He never got called for a foul.
It's because the referees were afraid that Carl would go Karl Malone on them and hurt somebody.
And on 2 bounces, Shayna Milheiser, the keeper for the Eagles, gets her first save. And a nice booming kick. And that was Amanda Lisberger, number 00 for the Eagles, trying to push that ball upfield. And since the Eagles have the ball, we'll get you their rosters right now.
Good call, good call.
Shayna Milheiser, of course, at keeper. And on the free kick here, the Eagles will start something going. Number 2 is Sydney Garza. Number 3, Lindsay Armenta. Number 5, Kelsey Owen. Number 6, Amelia Mathis. Number 8 is Haley Wilson. Number 9, Kelsey Smith. Number 10 is Emily Cressy. Number 13, Gracie Gartrell. Number 15, Kristen DePippo. Number 16, Sam Green. Number 17, Caitlin Paletta. Number 18 is Hannah McKechnie. Number 21, Megan Blankenberg. Number 23, Chloe Johnson. Number 28, Erin Kelly. Number 29, Nicole Sweetman. And we also gave you there 00, Amanda Lisberger. So we've got the rosters out of the way, Justin. We
There
can
it is.
concentrate on the action now.
There it is. And I believe our statistician, George Langevin, had us at Hannah McKechnie, I believe, is the pronunciation.
We have a statistician.
We do have a statistician. He lies dormant in the wings until he sees us come up with a little misquote or a fact that is not actually
Ball
factual.
right in front of the net. And coming around now, the keeper. Just unable to get to it as it goes out across that back line. Statisticians are now on staff. Should have asked for a raise a few weeks ago.
I did. You didn't get the memo. That's
You
tough.
did?
I did. I
How'd
did
that
get a
go
raise.
for you?
Well, you see me wearing a new watch today, Ken, and you know, things have been good. Things have been
I'm
good.
not wearing one.
I enjoyed watching Kgjs Smith for the Eagles kind of plead with the judge over there, trying to get the ball out on her side, but it, of course, belongs to the Surf as they are matriculating their way down the field.
Officials very rarely will change their call, Justin. I'm not sure if you realize that. But
No, they are headstrong.
I don't know if you ever had any run-ins with any officials in your playing days, but they're in charge out there. There's no doubt.
This
And
is
for
true.
Surf, number 19, Grace Shevlin, angling towards the net, but the defense for the Eagles will cut her off. And she has to change directions. Now it comes out to number 1, Alexandra Sitta. Sitta tries to go into the corner, but nobody there. The lights were out and nobody was home.
So true, so true. Many of the dates you try to pick up, I know, are sitting around with no lights on and nobody home.
Peering out the window,
Peering
the
out the
corner of the
window.
blinds there.
Being like, oh no, Ken's here. Everybody hide.
Turn the TV on.
Put their kid to bed and, yeah.
The kids to bed. Alrighty.
Oh, man. I tell you what, this game has been controlled a little bit in terms of contact. We've seen a lot of girls' games lately where the contact level has been surprising. Girls being taken down. We did a Blues games recently, and they were just all over the place, and the ref did nothing to control this. It seems like this one...
She let him go. Ooh. Ooh. That was a tough shot right to the forehead.
It was. That was a temple shot.
But
And
play continues.
it does.
And the referee streaking down the sideline there.
Just because you take a ball to the temple does not mean that the play will stop. I'll tell you that much.
Nice header as the Eagles try to put the ball into the middle of the field. We haven't been using our feet here. It's header, header, header. And it's quite interesting. Number 19, Grace Shevlin for Surf. Taking that one over across midfield. Nice little slide there, taking the ball away. Number 4, Megan Moran, but they're going to say she was last to touch it as it goes out of bounds.
Well, this is two teams that are defensive-minded, it would appear.
It's almost like a festival here in the background. And
Yes, it reminds me of a park, kind of a painting with people frolicking in the background and kids being joyous.
glad it reminds you of a park, since it probably is.
Well, Ken, when you grow up in the inner city like myself, you don't get to see a park too often. So.
Chico. Not too many parks in Chico.
No, there's not. It's a concrete jungle out there.
It's the West Coast Dallas, I hear. A lot of concrete. Oh, a takedown right there.
Another slide tackle. This game beginning to pick up its physicality.
Well, we watched the girls under 18 match recently, and I'll tell you this, that the girls out here right now could have given those teams a run for the money. Very physical, very well versed in the tools necessary to play soccer out there.
Absolutely no cheap goals given up, and I think that is something that separates the top teams that are playing for these championships and those who don't quite make it, is that they just don't give away easy goals or goals that can be prevented if they just executed correctly.
Haley Wilson for the Eagles sends the ball across midfield, trying to clear it away from her keeper. Oh, a little bit of a high kick there, and I think number 8 for Surf. Archer number 9, maybe it's hard to tell from our angle. Might have been Spacciapoli. Nearly took one in the face.
Well, those Spacciapolis are known throughout Italy to be ferocious players.
Yes.
And absolutely, this Spacciapoli is no different.
Much like the Ciscos.
The Ciscos
Very
are
ferocious
very
family.
ferocious little
Yeah,
people.
exactly. Yes.
You should see my father in the kitchen. He's lethal.
And I think we're trying to retrieve the ball here on that far side, as
We've got
Natalie
enough.
Garcia and I think that's Alexandra Sitta looking on. Not sure where the ball went. Maybe there's a lot of trees back there. Maybe those dreaded hobbits, as you like to
They live there.
allude to.
They live in the trees. Be careful. They seem so friendly with their pointy ears, but they're not.
They're not friendly.
They're not friendly.
They like to take those balls and keep them. And I think what happened was, I think that ball was getting flat. Maybe they did a little something there, a little sabotage.
Got a tooth in there, started gnawing. I was more impressed with the refs all over leg strength there. I don't know if you caught that little display he just put on for the kids at home.
You know, I heard on the weekend that he's a river dancer, and so his legs are quite nimble. Ball is out again on the far side, and
I tell you what, this Surf team is starting to pick up the intensity a little bit. They have been on their side of the field quite a bit in this early going of the first half, looking pretty sharp, as we like to say.
Yeah, we've hit about the 14th minute here of this first half. Yeah, about the 12th minute or so. So 40 minutes to go.
Nice catch by a spectator.
It was, and actually he was watching the game on the other side. I'm not sure
It's
how
all about peripheral vision, my man. The guy
he's got eyes on the back of his head.
He's like Jerry Rice in his heyday.
Jerry Rice. Ball on the ground, now moves up towards the middle. Surf, white in blue, attacking the ball. I'm sure that will confuse you the rest of the afternoon here, Justin.
Most things do. Basic arithmetic can pretty much throw me off my game for the
Catherine Roby, number 13 for Surf, sizing up the defense, but the Eagles able to control the ball. Now it's at midfield. Elise Crispin, number 20 here, lurking on the bottom of your screen. Now she wanted to attack, but let Grace Shevlin come by, number 19, and take the shot.
Crispin's a very smooth player. She's made some nice plays out there thus far. Just kind of makes her way across the field. She doesn't look like she's moving that fast, but she is going. She's just a smooth person. It's nice to see. I'm more herky-jerky. Kind of look like I'm having a seizure out there.
Really?
Absolutely. But I get it done, Ken. I'm ferocious.
Ferocious. A lot of cars. I haven't seen this many cars since I was at a Dodger game.
There's probably more here than in a Dodger game because, frankly, who really wants to watch them play?
A lot of people.
A lot of people. They start off 12-2. They're 11-26 in their last.
Oh, now that could have been a hurt knee right there, and it did twist. That's number 9, Michelle Spacciapoli.
It's not going to slow her down, Ken.
She's ferocious, correct?
Correct. If anything, she's probably going to play a little harder now.
That's what happens when they get a little hurt there. And the free kick comes across. The ball's going to be placed up above midfield, so she also gained about 10 yards on that play in the set there for the ball.
So you can say her vision was affected when she got karate kicked in the leg.
Wow, that was dangerous. If they would have actually collided, that could have been injurious. That shot going towards left side there of the net. Is that a word? I think it is.
Yeah, injurious. I'm sure it's a word.
Number 5 doing what she can, Kelsey Owen for the Eagles, but too many blue jerseys around her. She looks for some help, and the Eagles do take it away. The Eagles again in white, moving from left to right. And the keeper, Rebecca Delaney, comes out and makes the stop.
She almost collided with her teammate, Natalie Garcia.
Delaney with that light, that shiny, bright lime green jersey, reminiscent of the Blues squad that we saw.
Yes.
You enjoyed those uniforms.
I did. Kind of like 1987 brought back to life. I mean, the neon colors are just, they're a lot to deal with.
Big, huge highlighters out there, as you said, on the field.
Expected Dawn Johnson to come charging out onto the field with some cool colors.
Ball over into the corner, and the Eagles take it away. Nice job there. Don't know who that was for the Eagles. Didn't get the number, but she was in a lot of traffic and decided just to go right to her keeper or near the box, and one of her defenders there cleared it away. So nice job.
Between Garcia and Crispin, that is a tough defensive squad back there for this Surf team. I don't know if the Eagles have what it takes to get by them right now because they are hunting everything down and they are clearing it with ease.
Dawn Johnson look was good. I had that going on there in the mid-'80s. I had a couple of pastel-colored linen coats that had the sleeves rolled up.
Right.
Had the light blue one. I had yellow.
It's
and
believable.
A pink one.
It is believable. I think for most of these kids, they may not know Dawn Johnson. I think that they could relate to The Wedding Singer, the Adam Sandler movie with Drew Barrymore's fiancée.
It's like Don Johnson there.
He actually dresses like him. He models himself after that.
Oh, well, then now they know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's good look.
It's not a good look. Yeah.
Ball over on the far corner, and the action will stop as it goes out of bounds. And that's number 10, Emily Cressy for the Eagles, getting the ball back into play. There's a shot towards the net, and as you watch Rebecca Delaney, she knew it was out.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't too concerned there.
Not a problem. Was that a shot on goal?
Well, actually, I think the Eagles are trying to set something up over on that far side, and it may have just been a bit too fast and did go out across that back line.
That might be our first attempted shot on goal, though, of the day.
Well, over on the left side, we did have Shayna Milheiser she made a save, if you want to call it that. The ball bounced, maybe 3 or 4 times right into her hands, but it wasn't a bang play, that's for sure. The defensive for each of these squads have been very, very tough here at the get-go.
It's got to be fun to be a goalkeeper when your team's such a great defensive squad. Maybe see one slow roller a day.
Yeah, but that keeps you on your toes. You got to be ready for that 1 or 2 shot, or 1 or 2 instances where they get through your defense, much like an infield that's laboring behind a pitcher who's walked 7 or 8 batters in a row. Ball heading towards the net. A lot of chaos. The keeper comes out. The header again. Nice defensive play by the Eagles. Have you ever seen anything like that, Justin?
I have not seen anything like that in my entire lifetime, Ken. That was a heck of a play.
There were 3 headers back and forth, and it was almost like a volleyball match, quite frankly.
Somebody for the Eagles actually made an unbelievable play standing in the goal box there and kept it out with her head. I mean,
we might get the somersault throw in here.
I think Crispin has the kind of skills to do it.
She's going to take a run. Oh, she stays on her feet, and a collision. These teams are really getting after each other, and I think as this game goes along, they're developing a little bit of a rivalry, I think.
I think so. Blankenberg out there, 21 for the Eagles, is playing a game of dominoes. She just came crashing into the pile. It's like she was a
tall side judge here.
Crowd surfing.
I think we've got Mark Eaton here at midfield. The red jersey. Very tall side judge.
Mark Eaton, for those of you who don't know, is a 7-footer for the Utah Jazz.
A few years ago.
About a decade and a half ago.
Oh,
he looked kind of like
collision.
Harry and the Hendersons.
He was a mountain man.
He was grizzly.
He was grizzled, yes, that's for sure. Ball here on the near side. Number 19 again, Grace Shevlin. She's everywhere on the field, Justin.
She's everywhere you want her to be.
She gets back on defense, too. And number 16, Sam Green for the Eagles, tries to maneuver her way through that defensive maze upfield. But, oh, man, I keep saying that, but there's a lot of tough collisions going on out there.
Absolutely. I think, personally,
wow.
I like to wear a bike helmet when I play, Ken.
Well, they might need to. Or whiplash here. It's there's a lot of snapping of the necks going back and forth.
But then again, in most things that I do, I wear knee pads, elbow pads, and a bike helmet just for safety.
We know you can't ride a bicycle.
No, if I had my choice, I would wrap myself in styrofoam at all times. Just
ball out here on the near side, put in again by Shevlin. She's there.
No need to risk that kind of
injury.
Tragedy.
Well, it's a championship game. You got to put it all out on the line. And from the looks of things, we might see these 2 squads next year in this championship game.
Yeah, they're very talented, and probably the most evenly matched teams that we have seen in a long time, considering neither team has really got anything going because every player seems to match up well with the other.
This game exciting, just like a shutout or a no-hitter or a 0-0 basketball game through 3 quarters. Very, very exciting.
A 0-0 basketball game through 3 quarters. I've never witnessed that.
Might be exciting, you never know.
Exciting in futility, yes.
Wouldn't like to be a part of that game?
No, not particularly. Not particularly. I think I'd rather go to the dentist.
Ball here on the left side again. Eagles trying to spread the field as they go up across midfield. Now they're going to move here to the near side. Will the ball get there in time? No. Surf, Shevlin takes it away, and then she's going to be shoved to the ground, a la Karl Malone there.
That was a
Number
nice,
2, Sydney Garza.
That was a nice clothesline.
No whistle?
Haven't seen that since the Rock did that to Stone Cold Steve Austin in the WrestleMania 18.
I think the referee is going to let a little bit slide here today.
As long as nobody gets knifed, I'm okay with it.
It was a metal detector when he got into the field. And now here he comes, heading up towards midfield. Now you see a lot of white jerseys, only one blue, and she's got to go upfield. She does. But the Eagles able to get back. The Eagles from Camarillo, just a little bit south of Santa Barbara.
I've been there. I actually went
Nice
and
town.
dolphin watched in Camarillo for a
Really?
course I was taking in oceanography.
What'd you do there?
I got a B. I was.
Did you swim with the dolphins?
I did not.
Didn't want to get in there and mix it up with the dolphins?
Yeah, they just couldn't swim with me was the main problem. But they called me a young Jacques Cousteau.
Oh, did they?
They did.
For any other reason than the fact that you're built like him? Or?
No, that was actually the main. I also wore a hat, a French cap.
A beret?
A beret, yes.
Really? Interesting. Referee really had to maneuver to get out of the way there. He was in the middle of a couple of headers. Doing a jig out there, and he got out of the way. Number 4 for Surf. Megan Moran sends it upfield, but nobody really in position. The closest person there was Michelle Spacciapoli, number 9.
Spacciapoli. Love it. It's good stuff. Oh, wow.
It's just a free-for-all, really. And I tell you what, neither of these two squads are afraid for the header. They like it, actually, I think. They'd prefer it.
I don't even think they have practices with their feet. They head all day
You see
long.
a little battling for position there between Kgjs Smith, number 9 of the Eagles, and number 1, Alexandra Sitta of
More like
Surf.
a war for position. A battle, I think.
This is like an NBA championship game here. There's a lot of battling going on.
This is like a
Football game.
What was the league you used to announce for? The Women's Professional?
Women's Professional Football League, yes.
The WPFL?
The WPFL. Teams all over the country.
Unbelievable.
Yes, it is.
That is something.
You should watch a few of those games. You might learn something about football. They play fundamental, skilled football at its best.
I'm sure they do.
Ball is out there across the back line. Another goal. Well, I don't know. The ball's been run down by the Eagles, so we may have a corner. We may have the first corner kick of the game here at about the 24-minute mark or so. And it is a corner. And number 10 for the Eagles, Emily Cressy with the left leg. Might have an action shooter there on the back line. You never know.
Cressy, her teammates call her the Cresser. She's a good girl. She is an excellent soccer player. She's tough.
And she wants a shot right here at the net. The wind is blowing in her favor. You see the net there. You see the side judge, Eaton. Left-footed kick.
Oh.
Nicely, but again, on
Excellent.
the header, it comes out. Nice defense by Surf. And
That was
the ball
nicely
rolled to
played,
the
so
far side.
you can't ask for anything more than that on
It was
it.
a nice corner kick. It was.
Going with a quick throw in there. Jumping the gun a little bit. Trying to catch this Surf team while they nap.
Score, no score here in the first half. I'm Ken Gonzalez along with Justin Cisco for George Langevin Productions, bringing you this final here. And we got some substitutions now for the Eagles. Coming in, number 29, Nicole Sweetman. And
Look like Sam Green.
number 13 in the game, Gracie Gartrell. Green coming out, you said?
Exactly.
And number 18, Hannah McKechnie.
I'll give it to you.
Is that right?
I think our statistician awoke again. I think he's saying McKechnie.
Could be a guess.
Could be a guess.
McKechnie into the game.
A solid soccer player she is. We deserve to.
Surf with the goal kick, not the corner kick. A lot of people milling around here watching the games. Young man there in a pink shirt behind the net. Or a young woman.
I'll let you decipher that one.
You know, kids at the age of 4, you can go either way. You know? Doesn't really matter. Ball
That's
across
why,
midfield.
Gender coloring in terms
Caroline
of
Chevron shirts, pinks and blues.
it's I learned about it in a course in college, Ken.
Along with your oceanography course. You were all over the map.
I am well versed in many different subjects, my man.
And here come the Eagles right down the middle of the field. The shot towards the net, and right there, Delaney. That ball would have been well wide, and then she just kind of does the outlet pass there, if you will, up to midfield. Number 19, Shevlin, showing off a nice foot.
Shevlin knows what she's doing on a soccer field, I'll tell you that.
This ball rolled to the side, and both players kind of tattling on the other one. And let's see who gets it. They say serve. And number 9, Spacciapoli, was voted down by the side judge there, Mr. Eaton.
Side judge. He
He's
must not
probably
be
not
watching.
Italian.
Nah, he doesn't know what he's doing when he starts making bad calls against Italian
Bad
people.
call.
We'll put a curse on you so fast it'll make your head spin, Ken.
I thought that was Haitians and Jamaicans.
Well, you know, they copy.
I thought you people just fished. About it. Ball goes across midfield. And right there, the middle. Left foot. Nice job there. That was number 19, Grace Shevlin. Shevlin again.
How can you say we only
Right
fish?
involved in the action.
I mean, we go through years of organized crime, bootlegging, and turning inner city of Chicago and New York into our own personal playground, and that's all the credit we get?
Fisherman, that's a very nice, honest field.
Absolutely, but...
Oh, just missing on the header of that ball. We'll come back out here on the near
Oh, no.
side.
Okay.
Might have been Toby from Action Shooters
Toby's a heck of a
getting
guy.
that ball.
He is a good individual.
Got the camera around his shoulder there. A lot of spectators here. Again, I cannot stress that enough. It's good to see the support.
You were mesmerized by that.
Well, you know, it's good to see. Sometimes you get teams that don't really have the support, but these teams definitely do. Sitta there.
Walking around today, I mean, this was one of the more highly anticipated matchups of the day. These two teams definitely get their run here.
Lisberger and number 00, Amanda, with a nice move there, getting the ball away from serve and getting back on defense. Number 2, Sarah Bromley. I'm a fan of that little slide. Well, I don't know what you call it. A slide tackle or a slide.
It's called a pseudo slide.
Pseudo slide?
It's a pseudo slide.
It's almost like playing human billiards. You come down, you slide, and the ball goes.
Nothing like pretending you're a pool stick.
And again, a corner kick for the Eagles, their second one of the game. Left-footed again. Here it comes. Right into the middle, cleared away. So the Eagles unable to do anything there. That shot going towards the net. And right into the hands of Rebecca Delaney. Delaney looks very confident back there.
Oh, it's like the goal's an extension of herself.
You know, she knows exactly where that net is. But she gets the ball really quick.
It's almost like both teams have a force field around the goal, kind of like Transformers back in the day.
Transformers.
I don't know if you ever watched that cartoon.
Of
but
course.
They'd put up a shield, a protective shield. I know George Bush Sr. was trying to build one.
George Bush. Yeah. Really?
Yes, he one time believed that he could 1,000 points of light could get the an actual force field around the country of the United States. Quite a theory.
Fell short of its goal, and the ball will go out of bounds over on the far side.
Don't know why that didn't work out. Seemed like a foolproof plan.
No.
I'll tell you.
That pact he made with Mr. Freeze didn't go over too well either.
Oh, or Aquaman.
Balloons there up on the tent of the game going on next to us. Not a big fan.
You don't like those?
No. Ball over here on the far side.
You're not-
Surf takes it away, and they try to go up towards midfield. And the Eagles, though, strangle that ball off and bring it over back towards the right side.
Poor Spacciapoli over there. She is running around like she's like 4-on-1, and she's just heading around like a dog where you keep pump faking the ball and they have to turn and run and turn and run.
Well, she's doing her job. She's making things very difficult there for the Eagles.
She's running around in circles.
Number 13 for Surf, Catherine Roby there, watching that near collision. Balloons there, you see them right at midfield.
You're more of a confetti
Not sure
guy.
why they're out here.
Well, some people like to be festive and have a good time, Ken. They don't all live in the coldness of...
Balloons are very dangerous.
Yeah. A lot of balloon fatalities every year.
Nice kick. Oh, did you see that? She was like going downfield and then decides to sneaky move here to number 20, Elise Crispin. Surf. Like bringing out the flea flicker in an
The
NFL
old
game.
Statue of Liberty.
It
play.
is. And they're going to keep that Eagles defense on their toes here. Ball over on the far side. Left-footed booming kick. High into the air across midfield, but coming across. It was either Natalie Garcia or Michelle Spacciapoli. No, it was Garcia because there's Spacciapoli there running the ball down. She's got to be in great condition.
She
The
seems
amount
like
of
she
running.
is. She is all over the place.
Both of these squads. You know, soccer, they do a lot of running in practice. Conditioning just for matches like these.
I would think most of the game of soccer.
And here we come, one-on-one. Eagles taking a shot, but coming out to make the save, Delaney. Nice job. She took a gamble, and it paid off.
She didn't really have a choice. She had the angle pretty much taken off and made a nice kind of a diving slide tackle maneuver, a pseudo slide, if you will, and got a piece of the ball.
That was the most dangerous save of the day so far.
And George Bush's protective shield is holding up.
Lisberger running that ball down. She won't get there. I don't know who was last touched by. And I believe that's a goal kick now for Surf. Number 20, Elise Crispin running that ball down. Beautiful day in Rancho Capistrano here today.
It's as good as it gets. Surprised most people aren't at the beach.
Maybe they are, and the ones that aren't are here at this championship match. The beach, very good place as long as you stay on the sand and don't actually go into the water.
Well, for those of us who can swim, it is a
Nothing to do with
wonderful
swimming.
place.
Goal kick coming up. And we'll angle here to the near side, a collision. Lisberger and number 19, Shevlin. Grace Shevlin, though, recovers and gets the ball across midfield. Look at the expansive cars in that lot.
It's
Reminiscent of the Golden Oldies World Rugby Festival.
which was in San Diego recently, an excellent event that left everybody pretty much satisfied.
Ball bouncing around. Surf taking control. Shevlin. Now she wants to bring it out. Spread up in the field. Take a look, see what's going on. Over to the far side. Number 13, Catherine Roby.
It's nice work by Shevlin, acting like point guard almost, taking control like a Jason Kidd or a
Spacciapoli.
Damon Stoudemire or Stephon Marbury.
Or
all the
the
great point guards.
2005 MVP, Mr. Steve Nash.
Not so much like Steve Nash, but more like those guys.
And we have an injured Eagles player. And we're going to have a break here. And it does not look that good. Maybe a cramp. And we're back now after that injury, and hopefully that player will be okay. I'm sure she will. Ball comes up across midfield. Shevlin wanted to make a move right there, but decided to get out of the way. Almost as though she would have been like whistled for or a blocking foul, maybe. But
You got to give it up. I mean, as much contact has gone on in the last
probably wouldn't have been a
15
whistle
minutes.
there.
No. You know, I sometimes wonder, maybe they took the man's whistle away after he kicked the ball to Mark Eaton in the middle of the field. Maybe they're upset with the referees and they don't want him to have a whistle.
Well, we know that in that girls under 18 match that the referee left her cards at home.
She did. She did
Definitely left those.
She did the old pocket search halfway through the match.
They were nobody found. Could have come out a few times, I think.
Oh yeah.
I mean, when you have 4 ambulances called.
One girl was pulled down by her ponytail.
Ball here on the near side, and we'll roll out. Watching that go out for the Eagles, number 8, Haley Wilson.
And as we see, the Eagles are getting ready to do a little road construction.
Yeah, well, I was just about to
During
say,
the
the
second half.
referee here, very thorough. Not often that you make You see the referee make the squads put on those vests when they're going to come in for substitution.
But we know that Orange County is a very clean place and that you have to pick up garbage along the side of the road in order to keep that. And who better to do it than our youth?
Not sure if that's a pad or just a piece of paper there on the field. But
one of the orange vested girls will be sent out there to retrieve.
And here we do have the injured player for the Eagles. Wish I could say who that was, but
it looked like
looks like they're working on her ankle.
Yeah, definitely an ankle injury.
You ever have an ankle injury?
I have had an ankle injury, not an anchor injury, but an ankle injury.
Ankle injury.
Yes. Not well. A couple, I guess, were severe. I had a couple rolls playing basketball, and then kind of got cheap shotted one time and twisted up pretty good, but nothing that kept me out. Never broken anything or fractured anything.
Your ankle and shin area is very strong and very large, so I was surprised to hear that you had rolled your ankles a few times.
Everybody rolls their ankle. It's actually from landing on other people's feet.
Well,
but my body's held up pretty good. I know a lot of people that have like shoulder surgery, knee surgery. Their careers have come to an end short because their body just couldn't really hold up to the gruel.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's tough. I'm glad I always had success with staying in shape, staying flexible, being quick enough to get out of harm's way.
And now the Eagles are spreading the field as the ball was inbound. You use that term in soccer?
What's
inbound. Put into play.
I know side out's volleyball.
Side out is volleyball.
I saw the movie Side Out, which is why I know that.
Good movie.
It was cheesy. Very, very cheesy.
See Thomas Howell in that movie?
Nah, he was epic.
Collision, and we do get a whistle by the referee.
It was a Corey Feldman-esque performance.
And the ball will belong to Surf, number 1, Alexandra Sitta. We have no score here as we're reaching towards the end of this first half. It's gone by fairly quick here. A lot of action is why. No downtime in this match so far.
If one of these teams pulls away, I would be absolutely shocked.
It's not going to happen. Ball will come in towards the net, high into the air. There's a header, and the ball will bounce and finally cleared away by the Eagles. Ball across midfield. And running that down, that's number 6, Garcia, Natalie Garcia. She was hoping Michelle Spatchipoli was somewhere near the ball there. Grace Shevlin here on the bottom.
I'm not a gambling man, King Gonzalez, but if I had to put money on it, I would say this game is going to OT.
Sydney Garza, number 2 for the Eagles, streaking across field, getting into the game.
Nothing like a little sudden death overtime.
Never liked that. Never a big fan of sudden death anything. Ball is out across the back line. And a goal kick now for Surf and Delaney. And that is actually going to take us into halftime as the Eagles will retreat over here towards their side. Surf goes over to the far side. And Justin, very exciting match here throughout the first 40 minutes.
It was great. It was 2 evenly matched teams, and now we see the Eagles are going to hit the highways to keep it clean.
We'll be back with the second half in just a few minutes. Ken Gonzalez and Justin Cisco for George Landry Productions. We're back for the start of the second half of this Girls Under 15 National Cup final. We're at Rancho Capistrano, and we played 40 minutes of that first half scoreless, Justin. What do you expect to see here in the second half?
I expect to see 2 girls' teams playing soccer against one another, going up and down the field, playing defense and trying to score.
Much the same as the first half?
Yeah. Actually, I think, seriously, on a serious note, one of these teams needs to score more than the other team before this is said and done.
Well, Surf changed sides, of course. Now they're moving from left to right. They have the ball, number 7, Caroline Shevlin. And number 13 now with the ball, Catherine Roby.
I mean, I would love to give some kind of detailed analysis, but these teams held each other in check so well. They took away what appears to be each other's strengths because I don't know. They appear to be very balanced. Both teams are very balanced. Neither team has a deficiency. Neither team's extremely good offensively and weak defensively, and vice versa. So they're just 2 well put together teams that they're going to have to catch a break and get a goal, and somebody's going to have to step up and make a play.
Glad I asked. Ball goes out over on the far sideline. And it's the Eagles who will put the ball into play. And they'll have the first opportunity here to score. That's the way it looks here in the second half. Not sure what that thing is out there in the parking lot. Looks like a building that was torn down, or
It's
a float for a parade.
Star Wars starship cruiser.
Referee really doesn't get things moving here. There we go. Surf putting on the defense. There's a shot towards the net. Just a little bit wide. Delaney, all she could do was watch it go by.
I will say this, though. I mean, in terms of actual shots on goal, the Eagles probably have, I think, a 6-2 advantage thus far. I mean, there's not.
They had that really exciting one there in the second half when Delaney came out and deflected the ball away.
There was that. There was also the surf. Their one real shot on goal was the Eagles player kind of finding her way into the crevice and heading that ball out before it could get over.
The crease.
I say crevice. I like crevice. I think crease is too often used.
Ball put into play on that far sideline, and we yet to have the opportunity to throw the word ensuing into this game.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough when it's not football. But maybe after a goal scored, the ensuing touch. I don't know.
Ball over on the far side. Oh, a violent collision over there. Each player getting up, though, and getting after it. Number 3 for the Eagles, Lindsay Armenta, getting back on defense. Doesn't want the Surf squad to get a shot on goal. And the keeper, we haven't even mentioned her name in quite some time, Shayna Milheiser. Still must be out there lurking around in front of the net.
Actually, I saw her get in her car with her parents. She took off. She's had enough. It's hot out here, man.
It's windy. Very nice day, actually, in the
If you're trying
low
to,
70s.
Yeah, if you're trying to sail. Not much of a guy for wind.
No.
I like calmness.
Well, you fishermen don't like the wind, that's for sure. Number 6 there in the middle of the field, Amelia Mathis for the Eagles. She was very active in that first half.
There were definitely some players of note. Elise Crispin for the Surf. We also had Spacciopoli and Garcia had a lot of action for that Surf squad.
Shevlin as well.
Shevlin.
Grace.
Unfortunately, these are mostly defensive players for the Surf, but
See the score, 0-0. And Surf again with the goal kick. Up towards midfield. And the ball comes down. Rolls over to the far sideline and is out. Last touch by the blue squad, Surf. And the Eagles put the ball back down. The Eagles Soccer Club out of Camarillo. You've been to Camarillo, obviously you've mentioned that.
I have. It's quite a place.
I used to go there as a child and pick strawberries. Big strawberry place out there in Camarillo.
That I did not know, and no comment.
No?
No.
I was in my Don Johnson jacket. Had a basket.
Picking strawberries.
Picking strawberries.
I can picture that.
It was a light robin blue blazer. Sleeves rolled up.
Yeah, with a hot pink shirt underneath.
Had like a either yellow like a muscle tee or something like that underneath.
Muscleless.
White linen slacks.
Excellent. That sounds like quite a look, Ken. I'm sure you're doing really well for yourself.
Still have it in the closet.
Along with other things.
And the ball is put on the ground there on the far side. Surf will take this free kick. It'll be direct to the net. And so the Eagles now will have to defend. This could be a game break right here. Let's see what happens.
Come on.
Shot high in the air towards the net.
Oh!
Nice deflection by the keeper. Oh, Milheiser came to play.
I was wrong.
She made a
is here.
save.
Wow, that was sweet.
But the advantage still goes to Surf as they will have a corner kick now coming from the near side and another opportunity. So they are just putting the pressure on this Eagles defense right now.
It's like arm wrestling on ESPN when they got that guy pinned right there.
Never seen it.
Well,
Left-footed kick here for Surf.
sorry, I was speaking to those with cable.
high into the air. Going to be just a little bit wide. There's a header just missing that far post. And out across the back line. And as we were mentioning in the last game, there's a ball right there behind the net. So the keeper doesn't have to go far.
No, speeds this thing up. But that is devastating for the Surf.
They should have had a goal there.
They really should have. I mean,
not anything that they did. It was just the luck of the, first Milheiser with a nice play, and then the second time there on that header, just a little bit wide.
Exactly.
They did all they could do.
That play by Milheiser was just...
Oh, she went up. She got some hang time there.
She got just enough of it, send it over the pole.
I'm sure she would destroy you in a one-on-one game of basketball.
I think
quite certain.
Destroy's a little harsh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know. She got up there.
I'll bite. I'll kick. I'll do whatever I have to do to win, Ken.
So you are Karl Malone, then.
Sometimes we don't like people because they remind us of ourselves.
Ball over on the far side and out. Eagles say it's theirs, and so does the judge, the side judge there. Ball put into play.
Judge Joe Brown, is that your guy?
Joe Brown.
He does it his way?
It's his way.
His way. That's, yeah, quite the television you watch, Kgjs.
Quite the television. Number 4 there for Surf.
I know you're
Megan Moran.
a big Judge Judy fan as well. It's just kind of weird.
Ball comes across midfield. Number 13 has the ball taken away for Surf. Catherine Roby. Don't like those programs? Judge Joe Brown.
I mean, they're pointless, but
it's our judicial system at work. Number 2, putting the ball into play.
It's Hollywood at work.
Sydney Garza. They're real cases and real people.
They pay all the damages anyways for both parties, so it doesn't matter.
So there are no winners or losers? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, coming out. Nice job by Delaney. Again, a very calculated gamble right there, because if the ball had gotten by her, the net was wide open.
It's like Delaney has no regard for her
safety.
Body, her
she
liver,
gets it
her
done.
kidneys, her head.
She is all over the field, and that is why this Surf team is in this final, more than likely. The great goal play there.
It's like
Rebecca Delaney.
Spider-Man back there. She's everywhere.
Eagles are probably a little bit tired of that at this point.
I'm tired of that. Let's see some goals, Kenny G.
Frustrating.
Come on.
We hit about the 49th minute here of this championship match. Ball out on the far side.
I say we pull Milheiser and Delaney and we just let them go to town. Make this baby like 10-11. No?
It's got a quick pace as it is, so I've got no complaints here.
No complaints. I just like watching everybody celebrate, run around the field, pretend they're an airplane. It's good times.
Ball down that sideline.
These goalies are good. Nobody scores on them.
Really would like to know what that bit of metal is out there in the parking lot. I'm trying to figure that one out. But
I thought that's where you were currently living, but I guess.
Ball put into play. Now it's
wrong.
down. And it hasn't really hit the ground. There it is. It's almost like the Phoenix Suns. They get up and down the court without dribbling the ball one time. What's happening right here
I know.
for Surf, or for the Eagles.
That Suns team they're awesome, man. If they don't win the championship this year, I'd be pretty shocked.
Caitlin Paletta, number 17, bringing the ball up across midfield.
You're an Arizona native, aren't you, Ken?
Oh, yes. Number 9, Kelsey Smith. Phoenix, Arizona.
Quite a place.
Yes, it is.
I've been there.
Yeah?
Yes. Oh.
I've never been to Chico, so... Ball on the ground. Referee with the whistle says he didn't like that and gives the ball to Surf. It'll be their free kick.
Well, I'm glad he found it, his whistle, once again.
They got a new one at halftime. Ran over to Chick Sporting Goods.
We know Chicks well.
Ball on the ground, high into the air, goes the kick. And let's see. Last touch by the Eagles, and it goes out on that far side, so Surf will have it in pretty good position here. And let's see if they can take advantage of the field position and try to get a shot on goal. I think that's Grace Shevlin, number 19, putting the ball into play from that far side.
It's just back and forth we go. I mean, one team gets a little bit of momentum, gets a shot or two on goal, and then nothing, and then the other team pushes down. A couple shots on goal.
Oh, wow. Another collision, and the referee finally says enough's enough. And let's see.
Shevlin, let's hope she's okay. She really didn't see that coming. She was backpedaling. And then
she was taken out from behind. That was actually number 7, Caroline Shevlin.
She got
You were correct
tattooed.
there, Shevlin. I was trying to correct you, but I was incorrect.
As usual. Garcia.
Natalie Garcia will take the free kick. And from all accounts, it looks as if she's going to go right at the net here and try to go one-on-one with Milheiser. And she angles it over to the far side. Wanted the header coming from that angle. Didn't get it, and the Eagles clear it away quickly. Eagles cleared that ball away with some authority.
Oh, yeah. I said nobody's coming into our house today.
Delaney fires the ball back the other way, but it goes out of bounds. Maybe a bit of a misfire.
I don't know. I think she kicked it into the crowd with bad intentions there.
That's her side.
She's wild back there, man.
Ball is out. And now substitutions for the Eagles coming into the game. Number 10, Emily Cressy.
Emily, as we know, her father is Rick Cressy.
And number 16, Sam Green. And number 13, Gracie Gartrell. So big wholesale changes now for
Wholesale.
for the Eagles.
The new fall line is in for the Eagles wear.
And when you played basketball, Justin, was that your role, pretty much come in, spell the starters for a few minutes and
That is incorrect.
allow them to rest just a little bit and get back in there?
I was more like Elise Crispin here. I was on the field or the court, I should say.
You were out there?
I was out there. I was
a while?
I was a player. I was somebody who participated.
Well, at least you're a player on the court. And the ball comes back across midfield, taken there by the Eagles. But they just can't control it. Surf trying to push it down to the right side of the field, but not enough blue jerseys back there, and the Eagles are able to take it. But they haven't controlled the ball, and it's out again, and it does belong to the Eagles this time.
This has been a good day of soccer. That is for
Catherine
sure.
Roby, number 13 for Surf.
Things
and
are battling back and forth here.
Hit the 14th minute here. We're actually at the 54th minute of this match. So we've got about 25 minutes to go here unofficially in regulation before we hit some overtime.
We have to be headed towards overtime.
A lot of umbrellas out here for a windy day. Could be dangerous. A little trip up there. I thought it was kind of inadvertent contact, but referee not happy there with number 1, Alexandra Sitta, but on the ground is number 7, Caroline Shevlin. It looked as though he was talking to Alexandra Sitta, but I don't know why he would be speaking that way to her. Yeah, let's see if Shevlin can get up.
Angry little man, Ken.
He just didn't like whatever happened there. And the ball belongs to the Eagles. I have the free kick, and that will be number 10, Emily Cressy, with the left leg. Delaney has to be on her best behavior right here.
Let's hope she got an A in attitude.
There's a shot, and it's just wide, and we'll roll to that far corner. Stays in bounds. Now to come back the other way, and again, Delaney watches it go out across the back line, and so a goal kick for Surf. A lot of heavy machinery out there in the parking lot. Maybe they're expanding here. A lot of backhoes and tractors.
I don't know, Ken. I really don't care.
Could be expanding, building a new parking lot.
You think so? To house
be.
all these fine automobiles because it is.
You know, it's a nice facility.
It really is. It is.
I like the trees in the background. A lot of shade.
You come from a place that is treeless.
No,
So
a
I
lot
can
of trees in Phoenix. A lot of trees.
Right. Yeah, I've been there.
I don't know where you went, but ball comes back in, and really it's just a battle back and forth, and on the ground, referee not happy. And he's doing a little berating there. Number 29, Nicole Sweetman. And Surf have the free kick. So I think instead of blowing a whistle, he just likes to yell, maybe. And another collision here. He's going to let that one slide. And number 10, Emily Cressy, will bring the ball up with the left leg as she works the left side. Nice change of direction. Oh, and she just tried to come back to the ball, but was about a half step.
I gave her a
behind.
10 for her technique on the splits, though. That was solid.
You ever do that?
What's that?
Splits.
I've done them before.
You like it?
Personally, no, it's not for me.
Why would you do it?
Well, sometimes you just have to try things once in life, Ken, and I know you've probably, from time to time, have tried something new, just thinking that it would be fun and experimental, and, you know, the splits, they're my claim to fame.
Really? It's about as wild and crazy as you've got.
That's it right there.
Ball is out on the far side. We see the score here. Still 0-0 in the second half. Referee telling people not to come in on the field, kind of shooing them away like a fly.
Just get out of here.
He is in charge. Now he wants him.
I'm not going to say Napoleon Complex, but I'm going to allude.
Number 9, Kelsey Smith into the game. He's very much in charge.
It's
Much like Joey Crawford, the NBA.
Dick Bavetta.
Or Bob Mathis. Ball comes across midfield, and we had a collision right there. You didn't see it, but you saw it coming. Wow. Just flying through the air. Kelsey Owen for the Eagles.
Let's hope she's okay.
Just taken out from behind, and she landed right on her back. And the referee is not allowing anybody to come onto the field just yet.
She got
He's going to make
lambasted.
sure that she's okay. And
Winner,
she's up
chicken
and ready to
dinner
go.
on that one, man. That bell got rung.
she's all right. And actually, Surf gets the ball, so that's got to be even more damaging.
Injury to injury.
Insult to injury.
In your world, Ken.
Surf bringing it up across midfield. Number 5, not afraid to get at it. She's right back at it. Number 16 there, Sam Green for the Eagles. And if I would have to, you know, maybe it's just me, but if I had to pick somebody that had the momentum here, I might say the Eagles.
Right.
I mean, they're getting up and down. But then again, Surf's everywhere they need to be. We're tied at 0. You know, it's
tough.
very even, obviously.
It is. I mean, it's even, and that's all you can say. Is some teams have once in a while taken a little momentum for a short period of time, but overall, no one's taken control of this game and been the outright favorite.
Sydney Garza, number 2 into the game for the Eagles, taking the spot of Amanda Listberger. She's getting a little rest there, 0-0.
I'll tell you what. Caroline Shevlin has spent more time on the ground than a doormat in this half. I mean, she is every time she gets near the ball, all out. This Eagles squad a little more.
Coach Vince Thomas looking on for the Eagles. He's got to be pleased with the squad's play so far, even though there's no score. But
size-wise, they appear a little bigger than the Surf squad.
But equally as fast.
They are powerful and quick.
Emily Cressy here on the near side and tried to get that ball centered, but coming out was Rebecca Delaney to snag it before anybody could get a foot on the ball.
They call her the ice cream scoop. She just scoops it up, man. No questions asked, as Spaccioli is hustling.
Spacciopoli back there, number 9 for Surf. And actually, you don't see this too often, but both keepers have that lime green jersey on today. Very rare that you see them wearing the same jersey.
Well, they say the best stick together. Maybe they went to the same shop. Have the same person helping them.
Mark Eaton there in the corner. Throw will come in. And it's cleared away. Ball will roll here towards midfield. And that's not a near collision. It was a collision. Kind of a glancing blow.
Like destruction derby.
And there's number 6, Amelia Mathis for the Eagles. Trying to take control of that ball. It goes out of bounds. And let's see, put into play by the Eagles. There's Spacciapoli trying to get an angle on the ball. She's right in the middle of this Bermuda Triangle right there. 3 white jerseys.
She's been doing it all game, running around. What do you
Near
think?
handball there, but not quite.
Spacciapoli. What kind of nickname do you give her?
Not sure.
I call her the Spa.
Spatula.
The Spatula.
She's all over the place.
does.
She's very. It's like she knows what's going on a couple steps ahead of time. She knows where that ball is going. She's very in tune.
She's a Jedi.
She can. What's the word?
Intuitive.
Well, she's intuitive, but you know she's
good.
she just knows where the play is going to develop, and she sits right there.
She has foresight.
Foresight's good.
I've got a million of them, Ken.
You're just a Roger's thesaurus.
That's what they called me back in
Did they?
elementary school, yeah.
So it's Jacques Cousteau, Roger.
I wear many
What
hats. I wear many hats.
So you had a beret, really?
No,
You
not
wore
really. No, I didn't wear a beret.
You wore it all around that UC Santa Barbara campus.
I wish. I wish.
I wish you didn't.
It's hard to find a beret.
Sydney Garza will put the ball into play for the Eagles. Hard to find a beret. But Kangol makes quite a few berets.
I actually have been to France and didn't really see any berets there.
They all wear berets and eat croissants in France.
Et croissants, c'est pizza butter.
They play soccer out there in France. Big sport.
They do. They're not very good. But actually, I played right by the Eiffel Tower. There was a court, and I played against some
A court?
Frenchmen.
Basketball?
Yes.
Oh, really?
The game is a little bit different internationally, the way they play and call fouls and whatnot, but fun nonetheless. Some talented guys out there.
Surf. I just don't get the impression here that we're going to see a score in
Ever.
regulation.
Ever.
These teams are so evenly matched.
We will be here till tomorrow. I mean, how do you score on these goalies?
Well, they haven't yet. But it's the defense. It's not just the goalie play. It's the defense for each of these teams. They plug up those lanes. They get back. They're very quick. And they're not easily fooled, as some of these teams are.
Feel bad if you're like a guy in high school and you want to ask one of these 2 girls out. They're just going to shut you down. They're easy.
Comes from experience, I suppose.
Oh, they're too good. See them coming
All
from
over
a
the
mile
corner.
away.
Eagles, we got 1 white jersey going up against 4 surf jerseys, and it is the white jersey who comes out with it. Eagles still with the ball. That shot is going to be wide. If I had a nickel for every time the Eagles hit the side of the net today, I'd have about a quarter.
25 cents? Yeah, it's a quarter. So usually that reference is made when you'll actually be really rich, but 25 cents.
I don't want to exaggerate.
No. You never exaggerate, Ken.
Nope. Never. I'm dead on with my statistics and analysis.
Well, I don't want to bring up old stories.
Ball on the ground. Now we're going to move into the near side. I'd like to see some near side action here as we continue this match. Right in front of us now.
Yeah, near side's where it's at.
Number 29, Nicole Sweetman, trying to make her move upfield, but runs into Alexandra Sitta, number 1. And she stops the momentum right dead in her tracks.
I thought
And there's a whistle here. They continue to play, and I'm sure that the referee won't be happy with
He's going to choose somebody out. Who wants it? Who wants it? Who wants to get yelled at this time? That was a horrible kick, but it's
Got the job done. It rolled right exactly where it needed to go.
It was like bowling with 2 hands. That was.
I think what happened was he
tried to.
I don't know. He miskicked it. I think
Maybe I'm wrong.
stepped on the ball.
Hey. It was interesting to watch.
Stop the action again. Now he's arguing here with Emily Cressy here on the near side, number 10, and I think he's telling these 2 players to settle down. He's definitely in charge out there.
You rarely see two people force the handshake.
He's on the court. Have
And-
you done that in the basketball court? Shake hands
That's a negative.
because the referee told you to.
And I believe, who was that? Was that Spacciapoli involved in that? Or was it
I didn't get the number.
either that or Crispin? And she delivered a fake smile that any dentist would be proud of.
It looked sincere to me.
Yeah.
And yet another injured player on the ground, this time for
You know who
Surf.
it is? It's Shevlin.
Shevlin, number 19.
No, I
No,
believe
number
it's 7.
You sure?
I'm not sure about anything, Ken.
She should turn around. We can see that number.
Well, it's anybody's guess at this point, huh?
I think you're right. But she's fine. Gets downfield quickly.
Oh, nice
And
move.
another collision right inside the box. They wanted a whistle, and they are going to get it. And actually, the referee stops about 3 inches in front of the box. Is he saying that's where the collision happened? And if so, we're not going to get a penalty kick.
I dare you to question his call, Ken.
And that's exactly what he's doing. He's putting it right outside the box. What a bad break for Surf right there, and what a heck of a break for the Eagles.
This man is in control. That is.
What do you think? The right call?
It looked like Brian Urlacher tackled her in the middle of the box. Personally, no. It looked like it was close. He obviously didn't want to give the advantage to this team, and feels that this is the correct call.
Surf will have the kick. They're very close as it is. They're going to attack the net. There it comes. Low to the ground. Cleared away by Millheiser. She does her job. There's Shevlin, number 19. Over to the far side. That's number 16, Brittany Wynn, I believe, for Surf. And Millheiser comes through. Shayna Millheiser. Heck of a save right there. Yeah. I knew that.
A little slow on the uptake. I just realized we had the Shevlin sisters out here. Boy, was I confused.
Well, you know. That's when I know things are going right. When you're confused.
Exactly. I once dated a girl who was a twin. That was confusing. I just gave up.
For her?
Yeah. She said she didn't know whether she was dating a man or a boy.
Ball on the far side and is out and put back in quickly. I think that's what the women still say. And here come the Eagles. They overrun the ball there. And then, for good measure, not quite sure who that was, but it was a bad break for the Eagles either way. And Surf will bring it up across midfield. That is number 9, Spacciapoli.
Nice footwork.
She's trying to get it done.
She is.
She needed a little help there. Number 14 was hanging out, Melissa Gracia, but she just couldn't get there in time.
Kelsey Smith got into a nice little shoving match on the way down for that ball. That was a possible breakaway for the Eagles. Unfortunately, couldn't quite get enough separation to make something happen there.
And another whistle by the referee. And now he marches up towards midfield.
We call him the
I
Yeller.
can see that being you in about 20 years, maybe.
Very possibly.
30 years,
no.
probably. 40, maybe. You're not that old.
I would highly doubt that would be me at any
Really?
point. No.
Got a nice tan.
Red's not my
midfield.
color.
Ball bouncing. Up and down. Finally coming down. Surf controlling the ball across midfield. Right down the middle. I had it. And again, I'm just surprised at these two teams. None of the players on either of these teams afraid to go up with that header.
No. You wonder if there's just maybe a psychological warfare thing going on here, or maybe if
They both do it. I mean, it's like it's like what the first one to blink loses. You know,
It's kind of what I'm thinking. It's kind of what I'm thinking.
Like an old western.
Old spaghetti western. My dad was
Ball
a big
will
fan.
roll over here to the near side, and I assume we'll go out since the score came up. Number 14, Melissa Gracia for serve. Gets
Come on,
the ball
spatula.
down. Now she's going to go trying to center it in the middle, but cleared away by the Eagles.
Tell you what, Amelia Mathis for the Eagles absolutely gave a 2-elbowed shiver. Shiver. It was a forearm shiver with elbows included to Spatiapoli. It was
effective.
It was, wow. And all I'm saying
Effective it
is,
was. And I say this, that if this game is tied at the end of regulation, that you might need to go into a couple of verses of, I don't know, I have to pick a song here. You just do a acapella there, the mic.
that is not going to happen today,
Sure.
Ken. I am positive.
Why? I think the fans and everybody watching would love it. High into the air. Oh, the header is going to be just wide,
How
just
did-
high.
That just missed. That was a beautiful
Surf,
header.
that's twice now. They've had the perfect opportunity. They got the shot they wanted, and it just missed.
Wow.
And number 13 for the Eagles, Gracie Gartrell into the game.
I just
And also Amanda Lisberger back in.
lost control of myself. Drooled all over myself. That was
Close.
intense.
So we're ever closer now to hearing the song. Pick a song. Maybe a Garth Brooks tune. Something to that effect.
I'm not much of a country guy. I do know Garth Brooks, though. He's a good guy.
Well, there you go. I think our listeners would enjoy it.
I think you are crazy.
Spectators.
I break glass.
Ball at midfield comes across. Surf now with it. And I think actually the Surf gaining a little of the momentum here towards the end of the second half.
Man, that header was 6 inches from being Yahtzee.
Or a score.
Well, if you're boring.
The ball on the ground. We've hit the 73rd minute here
So,
of this match.
what do you think? About 7 left?
Roughly.
Roughly. There's roughly 7 minutes left, according to Ken Gonzalez and his in-depth analysis.
But I'm not the official timekeeper out here. Mr. Referee is in the middle of the field.
Thankfully not.
And let's see, he's yelling over there at the spectators. I think they're a little too close to the field, perhaps.
He likes to yell. He does like to yell.
And let's see, we get a whistle right here. Hit the ground for Surf. Amanda Sitta. Right to Alexandra Sitta. And let's see, he's talking. Nobody's listening.
After a while, those yellers and screamers, you just tune them out, you know?
So Surf with the free kick. And let's see if they attack the net or come out to the outside and set up an offensive play. Ball lofted high into the air. And immediately cleared away on the header. And the Eagles want to quickly bring the ball up court. Up field. Up court.
Up court, up field.
No, it's a field.
Isn't it all relative, though, Ken?
Relative to the sport that you're playing.
Oh. I was trying to give you a way out. I'm glad you actually took responsibility for the first time in a while and accepted your mistake. Very nicely done. I think the referee, Napoleon, would be very happy with you.
Probably not. And the ball is put into play, kept in. But no, we see the flag coming up on the side there. And it was out and will belong to Surf.
The serfdom. I'm glad they didn't spell it S-E-R-F. That would have been a sad time in the history.
Is that a word?
Yeah. Remember serfs during the early times when
The Surfs.
the land was owned by the kingdoms?
That's right.
You had to pay to own your land. You worked the land.
That's
for the
another
owner.
type of a course that you took at school.
It
Other
is.
than oceanography and
It is.
cooking.
I did take cooking as well.
You were all over the map.
I'm a decent cook.
Nice job right there by the Eagles clearing it away. Ball rolls out. Taken by a nice young man over there on the far side for the Surf squad. Might be a member of their coaching staff.
I would assume.
Trying to weasel her way in. A couple of defenders there. Number 14 is able to center the ball. Will they get a shot? A lot of white jerseys. Melissa Gracia tried to make something happen for Surf, but The defense got back, and there's a shot high into the air. Dangerous set there for the Eagles, but they come through okay.
Gracia was in there fighting her way through. She left two drop shots there in front of the net for somebody that were just, I mean, that's heady play. That's hardy, gritty. It definitely wasn't injurious.
Injurious. That's the second time we've used that word today.
Definitely.
Ooh. You like that?
Not really, but
Don't like injurious.
I think it's ridiculous or recalculous.
Ridiculous. Number 4 now for serve, Megan Moran. Hits the ground hard up to Gracia, but the ball is taken away by the Eagles. Eagles are very, very tough on defense.
They are mean.
They get at it. I wasn't going to say mean, but
I wouldn't want a piece of it. Nice takedown there.
Shevlin battling for the ball, but the Eagles just relentless, and they're not giving it up. And I think Surf's going to start having to scratch and claw their way around town.
The Surf is a little smaller, I guess you could say. Just they have a couple girls who are on the very lean side, but they, with the Crispin and it looks like Spacciopoli, they battle. They will fight with you.
Well, they need it here. And now 29 maneuvering her way around a couple of defenders. That was Nicole Sweetman, but we get a whistle and hitting the ground. And do we get a yellow card? We do.
And that is people are going to be
the yellow card by the referee. Sweetman. Not sure what the referee was doing, counting heads.
He's about to yell at somebody. He's picking how many people he can scream at this point.
So the yellow card has come out.
It's good to see that yellow card. I haven't seen it in a while.
Ball right down the middle of the field. Surf trying to get another opportunity. Number 16, Brittany Wynn. The ball way out of bounds. And, you know, if they could figure out a way to get a couple extra balls on the sideline so that when they go far out, they can just grab one, it would work much the same way as when they put one behind the net.
Oh, yeah, we got to get somebody on that. I'm sure we could get some of the George Langevin production staff to do that. Maybe set some balls up, keep this baby rolling along.
We're busy enough as it is. I think it should belong to the teams. Ball is out on the far side.
Where are we at time-wise, KG?
We're coming up on the end of regulation here, so we're staring overtime right in the face. We've got about 4 or 5 minutes to go here in regulation. Unofficial time.
A grueling battle between the Surf and the Eagles, and it's a 0-0 competition here late in the game.
Megan Blankenberg, number 21, into the game now for the Eagles.
It is time somebody steps up here. Maybe even takes a little shot in the dark.
Ball across midfield. So I think a lot of people out there watching as we watch this game unfold here, and it does look like we will go to an overtime. Just an excellent match, well played game, very clean. Not many cheap shots.
No, just physical.
Very physical.
And
number 14, Gracia gets through.
Gracia's got some great footwork.
Off to number 4, Moran, over on the far side. Can Moran take an angle? No, and the ball is cleared away out of bounds.
Gracia, she's really impressed me down there on their end of the field, cutting through people, slicing, dicing, maneuvering.
It's kind of curious, going back to your Camarillo times. Did you actually get to feed the dolphin?
No, I was perched high above, actually dolphin and whale watching.
You were in a boat?
No, I was by foot.
So you're on a pier?
More like a cliff, if you will.
So from several miles away, you were watching these animals in the water?
It was a little lower than that, but
I thought you were like in the water. With, that's a real field trip.
It wasn't a field trip. It was a more of a self-done assignment with a partner.
Amanda Lisberger, number 00, back into the game.
See your lack of. You're not very impressed, and I could really care less.
Number 10 coming into the game again. Emily Cressy. She should be ready to go for the final few minutes. She took a rest.
We can't all live in Fort Worth and
goal
have
kick coming up.
Hundreds of dollars in Abercrombie and Fitch gear.
You can buy Millhiser.
Wear Doc Martens.
Millhiser. Sends it up across midfield, and now here come the Eagles. And we're in crunch time now, as a goal scored at any point now by anybody could be the winning goal. As it'll be very tough for somebody to recover here with just a few minutes to go.
That is deep.
And we're going to have to watch the referee's whistle here as he's watching his watch. Walking his walk.
Why don't you just scream, game over?
He would like that.
He's like, overtime!
Ball put into play. But no, if I was going to tell a story about, interacting with animals and wildlife, I would have made sure I was there.
I interact with you
rather than a few miles away. What was that?
I interact with you every day.
You do.
So that's pretty much all the wildlife I need to deal with.
Ball bouncing a couple of times now. Finally taken by Surf. Can they get a final shot on goal here? Gracia streaking down the near side. She wants to pass for Spacciapoli. Spacciapoli decides to go right to the net and right into the hands of the keeper, Milheiser.
I like that decision by Spacciapoli.
We have an injured player for the Eagles, and that is number 21, Megan Blankenberg. Hopefully she'll be fine as we near the end of this second half, and that is a whistle. That is the end of regulation. We will go to overtime. Justin tied 0-0. We'll be right back. Ken Gonzalez and Justin Cisco for George Lansbury Productions. We're back for the start of overtime of this Girls Under 15 Championship match. National Cup Final. Justin, we've watched 80 minutes so far of scoreless ball, and I'm not sure an overtime is going to get this thing done.
Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. But the fact that we get to watch a little more soccer, I mean, this is like Christmas Day. You wake up, you open all your presents. Then your parents go behind the couch, and they've got that one killer gift you've been waiting for. And then that's pretty much where we're at here.
Never had that happen, actually.
Well, for those of us who have had a pleasant childhood, Ken.
Ball is out here on the near side. 0-0. Lisberger puts it into play. And it's the Eagles who come out on fire here in the first overtime.
You never had your parents go for the extended gift?
No.
They never had that one gift that you wanted really bad, so they hid it. They let you open all the other ones.
Yeah, they
up.
gave it to me first.
That explains
Ball is out here on the near side.
your high patience level.
Yeah?
Yeah, very, very patient man.
Ball over here in the corner. Nice job. Number 16, Sam Green. Haven't heard much from Sam.
Well,
She's good to go here in this first overtime.
Sam. Haven't caught her recently, but she's in the game now looking to...
This is not golden goal, Justin. We could get scores here. The game will continue. They don't like sudden death.
No, and you don't like sudden death.
I do not. Not a fan.
I like sudden death. I like the pressure of sudden
I
death.
think NBA basketball should have sudden death overtime. First one to score wins the game.
That would be pressure-filled.
Wouldn't it?
I don't know sudden death. I think that you should be able to play out the full overtime, but in the winner at the end of that overtime is the winner.
Well, that's what happens in basketball.
Exactly. I like that. I don't think we need to, extend another overtime.
Ball will be placed down for a goal kick, and Surf desperately needs to clear the ball away from their net.
I don't know about desperate. Their goaltender is pretty solid.
Could that be the dreaded Blues squad over on the next field?
Either that or there's...
I couldn't imagine another team with
15 giant highlighters that just walked onto the
the
field.
same uniforms.
That would be a fashion faux pas 2 times.
Ball still bounding around the field, finally taking in a harsh collision on the far side. And it looked like the Eagles player was not under control, but they're going to give the ball to the Eagles. Surf. Is that Spacciapoli? No, that's
Sitta.
Alexander Sitta there. Not happy with the call.
Sitta is very disturbed by the yeller's call or non-call. But the yeller is yelling. He's pointing. He's flailing.
It's good. You get the good referees in the championship games. They've worked hard all year. They've done their due diligence, and they've earned the right to be selected and assigned these games.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
A lot of these guys, I know they get together, and the women
Grazie.
and the men, they hang out. They just, such a great community between referees and line judges and all that. They just, kind of like baseball umpires, stick together, and they are some just wonderful people.
Baseball judges, nice camaraderie. Now we have a collision here, number 2 for Surf, pleading her case. Sarah Bromley, but it's just going to fall on deaf ears here, and the ball belongs to the Eagles. What do you think there? Did she have a case?
She did kind of hightail it into the back of Eagles player. I mean, she really gave her the business, as we like to say.
Ball bouncing a couple of times.
Whoa,
Delaney
whoa.
goes up into the air. And I tell you again, if she didn't come down with that, it could have been treacherous.
Treacherous, it would have taken us into the second overtime. That's for sure. Treacherous.
A lot of green over there on the far side. Look at that.
Yikes. Like a big highlighter.
I think that's a game we've got a crew doing right now at the same time. The girls in their 18 championship game.
Yes, we do.
Ball out on the far side and belongs to the Eagles.
I think Perry Coleman and
Be ready, hey, be ready.
John
Go. Coming to you.
Westinghouse are going to do that game over there.
Delaney comes out and grabs the ball. And are they going to say that there was some...
She's an animal. She is.
One out. She doesn't wait for the play to develop. She engulfs the play.
She is the play, Ken. Simply, she is the play.
She could have waited there and gotten herself into a little trouble, but she decided to go get the ball.
Go, Amanda, go.
Lisberger here, 0-0 with the nice header. Tried to get it to number 16, Sam Green.
If she's not playing D1 college ball, I would be
Who's this?
Delaney.
Delaney, Rebecca Delaney, the keeper.
Not to take anything away
Serve.
from Millheiser, but
Millheiser, very solid.
we've seen Millheiser 3 or 4 times today. We've seen a lot of Delaney recently.
Haley, not too far.
So one of these teams has to have a weakness. Somebody's got a crack here. I mean, it's,
Spacciapoli sends it upfield. Tried to get it to Megan Moran, number 4.
Haley, you can't go
But-
too far.
It went out of bounds. Eagles with the ball.
something tells me these two teams are going to see each other quite a few times in the next couple of years.
Over and over.
Show. Amanda, show.
Eagles, nice job. Number 8, Haley Wilson. The new name there we're calling.
I like it.
Call for it, hey, call
One
for
of the
it.
Wilson sisters, who used
Amelia Mathis, number 6 there in the middle of the field.
to, as we know, Wilson Phillips.
Go.
One of
Go,
your
hey.
favorite bands.
Come on, let's get out.
I heard you listening to them in the parking lot as I drove up today.
They were good in the late 60s.
Come on,
Wilson
win that.
Phillips?
Yes.
They were actually
Ball
in the
right there in the
80s.
middle of the field. Number 4, Moran. Clears it away on the far side, and Mathis runs it down. Amelia.
Was there a different Wilson Phillips before I was around?
Kelsey.
That's a lot of things before you were around. Ball is out here on the near side. And number 15 into the game.
Number 15 dropped the stop sign and took off her orange
Kristen DePippo
Yes.
into the game now.
jersey. We have been waiting all day.
Fresh
to throw
legs
out
there.
DePippo.
Along with Emily Cressy, and I believe, well, Sydney Garza, number 2. Yes, into the game now. Sydney's taking a nice breather. She should be ready to go.
I think DePippo could be used as kind of a, I don't know, like a, maybe a noun.
There's some fresh legs out there right now for
Where's Tails? Help.
the Eagles.
Ask for it.
Maybe an adjective. That's so DePippo.
Shayna Millheiser. We haven't seen her yet in
Hey, you
overtime.
gotta be verbal there.
Her team doing a good job on defense. Keeping the ball here on the right side of the field.
Push up, Sid.
And the ball goes out. Referee walking over to the side. And it's... Actually, we had a whistle before it goes out. We had a penalty going against Surf. And number 17 for the Eagles, Caitlin Paletta, will put the ball into play
Further,
on
Lindsay,
the ground.
Further, Lindsay.
High into the air. It'll bounce once right into the hands of Rebecca Delaney. Thought that was going in there for a second, but not to be.
No. I didn't actually think that goals are allowed in this game, Ken.
We've played 8 minutes here of
Go,
this
Kelsey.
overtime.
Go, Kelsey.
A little over halfway through.
Was that Spacciapoli or was that Garcia with the 2-point takedown there?
Not sure.
We need our spotter.
Ball is down over on that far side. Number 17 again, Paletta. She will take. Is this a corner kick or is it just a kick from near the corner? It is a corner kick. So the ball had gone out.
It's tough we lost our...
Now they need some spectators to move their belongings so that they can take a shot here. Here it comes. Low to the ground. Nearly a handball there by the Surf. Eagles able to get a shot away over to the far side and unable to control the ball. But coming out of nowhere now, number 3, Lindsay Armenta. Lindsay's looking for some help as she straddles that back line, gets it up towards the net. Now some fancy footwork for the Eagles. Too many blue jerseys coming across. There's a shot nearly taken into the net. I don't know how that was miraculously saved by this
It almost looked like one of the
defense
Eagles
of the
players.
Surf. It did. It looked like it might have been a header.
It was an Eagle player who might have saved that goal. And I'm now convinced that nobody wants to score. I am
They want to keep playing.
supremely confident.
Number 9, Kgjs Smith, now moves into the middle of the field, but a lot of blue jerseys there on defense, keeping her out and clearing it away up towards midfield. Megan Moran being hounded there by Amelia Mathis, number 6.
See, I think somebody put some odds on this in Vegas.
That was a tough turn of events there for the Eagles. They did so much to keep the ball alive after that corner kick over here on the near side. Then they got it back into the middle, set it up perfectly.
It's frustrating. I mean, you get that close and you just can't seem to finish it off.
Sam Green into the game.
I'm sure these girls want to go into the second overtime with a 1-0 lead.
Amanda Lisberger also into the game.
But it looks more and more like we're going to head into the second of these 2 overtimes, all
10
tied up
minutes to
again.
go. Oh, that should have been a penalty right there. I'm convinced.
You think so, huh?
The ball goes out here. The ball still belongs to the Eagles, though. And it looks like the wind has changed directions now, blowing the other way.
I think
possible.
he actually moved to the other side of the field, Kim.
It happens all the time in San Francisco. The wind swirls.
Have you ever been there?
Been there.
Okay.
High into the air. Header coming across. Too high and actually out towards midfield.
Eagles are knocking on the door right now. They are close, and here come the Surf.
Surf there, number 9, Spacciapoli.
She's everywhere, man.
Now to
She's outside. She's outside. Don't step
Gracia, number 14. She has the ball taken away by Mathis. Amelia Mathis now streaking upfield, passes it. Now a crossfield pass, nearly taken, but thinking better of it. And now a whistle. And do we have a injured player for Surf? We do.
It's gotta be here.
And we're going to have to get some
Good girl.
people out here to... That could be Gracia, number 14.
It's a shame. She's played a really solid game and been a spark off the bench for this.
Holding onto her knee. She had
Surf
that ball
team.
taken away by Mathis, by Mathis, and that might have been where she got injured.
That does not look good, being carried off the field, and it looked like she took a pretty bad spill over there. Maybe had a cleat stick in the ground and twist that knee is pretty much what I have to expect.
Drop off and then
You hate to see that,
Hopefully
especially
she'll
this
come
late.
back.
they're forward. Oh, Michelle.
Spacciapoli getting the ball on the ground. She's ready to go. And number 16 for Surf, you see her there. Brittany Wynn.
Give it to her.
Megan Moran here on the near side.
Amanda. And on.
Lisberger, 0-0. Has the ball taken
Hard,
away
hey.
by Moran.
Come on, Kel.
Moran trying to make something happen here on the near side. Spacciapoli there, number 9. Boxed out of that play, Justin. Did you see that?
I did see it. It was
Come
something.
on, that's you, Amanda.
A lot of contact still in this
Believe
one,
it, Amanda.
and
Just keep believing
we've
it.
seen a
You'll be
couple
there.
people have gone down as a result of it.
And you have a point that too physical out there?
You know, I like soccer when it is physical, but I think there's got to be a point where when people are
Okay,
flying
man, here
into
you
each
go.
other,
Oh, that's a high
you know,
kick.
a lot of the takedowns are coming from behind and people can't see it. That you have to put an end to that.
One more, all the way.
Keep it clean and
Open,
ensure
Henry,
that at least
open.
people aren't getting hurt out here.
Now attack.
Crossfield. Eagles now spreading it.
Come on, that's you. There you
And
go.
the ball is out. No, save from going out by Lisberger here on the near side. That was a good job. And finally kicked out again by
Come on,
Surf.
come on, Tip.
Nice throwing by Lisberger.
That's our ball.
The header is going to go out, and with the flag showing that it will belong to Surf. But we had a penalty, I suppose, here. Or is it the end of overtime? It is the end of overtime, so we're going to switch sides. And we're going to come back for our second overtime.
Hannah,
Well,
one
we
I
crank.
believe these are actually
Give me
10
one crank.
minutes.
Come on, kid.
We had
You just
some
gotta
injury
take it from
timeouts there as
anywhere,
we
man.
have the overtime period stopping here with about 13 and a half minutes in. So I know these overtime periods don't last 13 and a half minutes.
They typically do not, but yeah, with all the injuries and the problems we had, we will cruise into overtime too.
Overtime number 2. No score. What a domination here by the defenses of both squads.
It's domination.
Domination.
Coming behind you, Casey.
Well-
Be careful.
Who wants it? Who wants it? I will give $100
Really?
to anyone who scores a goal right now.
Coming across. Now the ball is across midfield. Surf.
I just can't.
Surf. Can they get a shot on goal? We're going to have a collision. Spacciapoli was backing up, and she's run down from the backside and hits the ground, but she gets up. She's ready to go.
Kelsey Smith looked like she was in a car and she had a deer in the headlights.
Wow.
Right.
Number 6, Natalie Garcia for Surf. Puts the ball down on the ground after that penalty.
Do your customary triple hop before she lunges into one.
Delaney in the background. As remember, we switched sides here, and so Milheiser here on the right side.
That a girl. Good
Some
job,
girls just
Casey.
look
Way
like
to
soccer players. Like they look sleek and kind of
Take it from her,
strong.
Hannah.
I think
Kinda like
Spacci.
you.
Yeah, I do look like a female soccer player from time to time.
Spacciapoli very fast.
She is. She's
Here
just
on
got
the near
that
side.
soccer player look to her.
Like I said, she knows where to be on the field at all
Oh,
times.
ref.
Michael Jackson. You wouldn't expect him to be anything but a musical entertainer
Ball here on the ground.
or a umpire when he
High
was a
in
shitty
the
Oh,
air.
somebody.
And the ball moves over here to the near side. Number 9 for the Eagles. Going up against number 9, Spacciapoli. That was Kelsey Smith. Comes Mathis. Very quick. Mathis takes down one defender.
Let it go.
And the ball is out here on the near side. There's number 15 for Surf.
To Pippo.
Chantal Capuccilli
Oh,
into the game.
I was hoping you were going to say De Pippo.
It's the wrong team there.
I know,
Nice
but
job,
that's such a
Hannah.
great name.
Great job, Hannah. I'd love to see her.
And let's see, the ball is out. Referee trying to sort things out here.
Hey,
What
who's
is
gonna
going
get
on? We
this?
got
Let's go,
a
girls.
nice group of young guys there watching the games. Maybe the boyfriends of some of the.
These girls
Girls
don't
on this
date. These
squad?
girls are only 15 and under, Ken. You know,
Young guys?
when are you going to let your kids
Come
start
on,
going out at
Megan. Come on,
15?
girl.
I don't have any.
You got a lot of
Well,
athletes on
if
the
you
backside.
did.
Get it across.
Ball on the ground. Now it moves into the middle just a little bit long. And let's see who comes down with it. Surf or the Eagles. It's the Eagles trying to control it, but they can't. And Surf takes it away.
I think I'm going to name my kid De Pippo Cisco. I can
Cisco.
just yell at him all the time. Hey, De Pippo!
Ball over midfield.
Take out the garbage, kid.
Here we come.
Gotta move,
Surf
girls.
coming back the other way. And let's see, the ball bounces a couple of times. Now it's over on the far side. Megan Moran saves it from going out. Now right in the middle, number 13 for Surf, Catherine Roby.
Get back, Casey. Go, Casey, go. Go, Casey.
Ball rolls over to the near side. There's Spacciapoli. Over to number 13, Roby.
Over here.
Roby's been all over the field very quietly today.
Oh, absolutely. Roby is
We reverse it on him. We'll kill him.
kind of like a all-purpose tool.
And let's see, who is that over there for Surf? Ball be put into play.
Ball side, Casey. Megan, great job, Megan.
Sydney Garza back in now for the Eagles.
Megan. Huh?
Ball back in. Eagles with it. Over on that far corner. And another collision. Ball goes out. And it will be a goal kick for Surf.
It's like a car show
Standing
out there.
room only out here, I was just about to say.
It's like a mile of cars. It's just got a little everything. Some Volkswagens, Mercedes, Siennas, Jeep Cherokees Gold, 1999.
Ball on the ground, comes up towards midfield. Eagles not allowing Surf to clear it across midfield. Nice aggressive defense. Now the defensive Surf looks like the Eagles getting very physical.
If you think you're just going to cut through two players, you are extremely incorrect in that analysis. It is pretty much going to have to be sharp passes side to side, and somebody's going to have to get a good look at goal because it is not going to be a 1-on-3 display by any of these players. The defenses are just too talented.
People are flailing around on the field now, much like
I'll tell you what, Amanda's.
Trying to put a fire out.
yeah, it's a lot. There's a little reminiscent of Vlade Divac in his acting jobs as he flops around.
He did
the court.
as a Laker.
And as a King, I'd say.
He's been known to flop a little bit.
Ball on the ground.
Napoleon was very unhappy that there were two balls on the field at one time.
Was
he? Was shouting. He was doing a lot of handwork. He looked like a
Safety
air
out.
traffic controller on the deck.
Ball on the ground, right in front of the net. Delaney again there.
And then she is upset with one of the Eagles players.
Came by and clipped her, I think.
She did. She gave her a little Chuck Norris sidekick.
Eagles, though, keep the ball down.
Somebody.
On the left side, Kgjs Smith, number 9. Over to number 18, Hannah.
Oh, Delaney.
Ball just a little bit long.
Do it to me one more time, Delaney. You are
Bill
too
here on the
good.
near side, and it's going to go out. Delaney with a nice deflection there.
She's the queen of goalkeeping. I mean, sign this girl up now. I'm going to call North Carolina on the phone right now. Tell her I have a goalkeeper for them they need to keep an eye on.
They might be already.
Yeah. I did see a little Tar Heel blue in the crowd.
I saw Dean Smith.
Did you really?
Yes.
Well, good for you.
Or it could have been a Hobbit.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Dean Smith, he's a
Back
very
up,
quiet
Eddie.
man now. He
Kind of out of the limelight.
really is. All-time winning
Kelsey, all the
leader
way
in college
back.
basketball until Pat Summitt
Ball over on the far side. Belongs to Surf. And
took him
Inside,
down, the
Casey.
wonderful women's basketball coach at
number
Tennessee.
19 there. Shevlin back in on the action.
Which Shevlin, though?
That would be Grace Shevlin, number 19.
That's the way to collect.
Fool
the
me
ball.
once. Shame on
You
me.
gotta do better than that.
Ball will roll and roll. And is brought down. That's, I think, Sydney Garza.
I think it's actually fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice,
Shame on me. Yes.
Went with the George
that
Bush
wrong.
Jr.
Girls, don't watch.
saying. I heard him try to reiterate that one time. He pulled it off much like me. I was actually watching The Daily Show, a fine cable program with Jon Stewart.
We're about halfway through this second overtime right now. No score. As you see there on your screen. We could go to penalty kicks. And we still might not even have a penalty.
Hooray. I love penalty kicks.
You like that?
Whenever I play soccer, FIFA soccer on PlayStation 2, I pretty much always make it so I get to that.
Really?
Yeah, penalty kicks are sweet.
Ball on the ground. Battle for control. Surf, Eagles. And number 13 for Surf, Catherine Roby. Trying to clear it away.
It's the best part about sports. It's like,
Ball rolls over this way. Mathis with it. Little touch pass. Upfield number 9 battling. There's Kgjs Smith. Still trying to send the ball. She's trying to do it herself. Ball finally deflected. And we'll roll here to the near side. Finally picked up. Number 17. Caitlin Paletta. Look at the speed there. Number 16, Brittany Wynn getting across field, Justin.
yes, she did.
Ball here on the near side.
Ladies, back up!
Mathis takes a shot towards the net, high into the air and just wide. Rebecca Delaney knew exactly where she was at all times there. Much like an outfielder reaching for the wall going back on a fly ball.
Oh, yeah. She felt that warning track, or shall we say pull, of the goal and kind of knew how much room she had.
You ever an outfielder?
I played many different positions. I was utilitarian in my ventures on the baseball diamond. I pitched, played a little third, short,
Ball at midfield.
outfield.
They just never knew where to put you then, I guess, did they?
Well, pretty
Now
much.
here come the Eagles trying to attack the net, but the Surf defense won't allow it. Ball on the ground.
I'd be liking probably to Spatchy Pulley. Wherever you have a deficiency on your team, you put me there, and I kind of...
Oh, coming across and into the back of the net. But are they going to keep this goal? Was she in too deep? And let's see what the referee says here. Is he going to wave it off? Is he going to keep the goal? It's no goal.
Napoleon was all over it. He is not
And
having
instead, I think we're going to have a penalty kick. No, goal kick, no goal.
No
She
goal.
did look too deep. She was in there, and I knew this was not going to be allowed.
Of course not. That was like a mirage. I mean, there was a ball resting inside the poles, touching the back of the net. They had the wrong game. Wrong game, wrong field, wrong time.
Eagles were that close to a championship, but they knew it was going to be waved off there.
She didn't look like she was too deep, though. It looked like the correct call. You just hate to lose on a call like that, but
Right.
then again, you're the Surf.
Kelsey Smith trying to move into the middle now. And the ball will be shot over the bow, so to speak, all the way to the other side.
But like I was saying, if you're the Surf, you would hate to lose on a header like that she's obviously deep in the box. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes to go out on a questionable call, that's for sure.
Ball put back into play. Eagles trying to get another one here before the end of this overtime. And I don't think we've seen Millheiser here in the second overtime, have we?
No, she's been...
Did we see her in the
ghost.
first overtime?
We saw her
Just
one
briefly.
time, I think, and that was because she was streaking across the field.
Run into position.
Exactly.
Ball on the ground. Surf with the goal kick. And some substitutions. Number 21 for the Eagles, Megan Blankenberg. Megan was injured earlier, but she's back in now. She was actually injured right at the end of regulation, if you remember.
And then they stopped the game, which was,
Yeah, very
we had
strange.
both talked about, very odd occurrence. We've never seen anything quite like that.
Ball is out on the far, or actually into the other field over on that far side.
She got a serious leg into that one.
No score. Just about 4 minutes to go here in overtime.
If we don't go down to penalty kicks, I will be very, very disappointed.
Another collision, a trip up then. Referee saw it right there, right in front of his eyes.
He was on that one. Ground level with that view, and made the correct call. Can't allow that kind of...
Can't allow?
Can't allow that kind of action.
He said can't allow. Ball on the ground. Right around the midfield circle. You know the meaning of that circle there at midfield.
It's to unify all different languages, cultures. Oh.
Ball on the ground. Surf coming across. But they just can't make it to the net. They'd like to get at least one shot on goal here in the second overtime.
Yeah, I don't see
It
it
might
happening.
not happen.
It's looking more like they're going to get their chance on
penalty kicks.
Millheiser.
And now
Penalty
Surf coming
kicks.
through. Oh, they just can't recover in time. Cleared away by the Eagles. Mathis now streaking back. She wants to get on defense, protect the net, help Millheiser out. But it's not going to happen because this kick comes in across midfield.
It's just this Eagles squad is physically a little tougher than them, it would appear, but they're also just as fast. So creating a little bit of problems on the offensive end for this Surf squad.
Haley, no fancy moves.
And another injury. Let's see, it's an Eagle player.
I think I just pulled a hammy. I mean,
Watching the
it's
game. There is number 15, Chantal
Jeez.
Capicilli.
up and at 'em.
Who was that? Number
Oh, I believe
the
that's
Heisman
actually,
Trophy pose
that's
there.
a
It's double 29, number 29.
I think it was
Nicole
15.
Sweetman.
DePippo.
I thought it was Nicole Sweetman. Yeah, it's number 29, Sweetman.
Thought I had a
Stretching it out there.
DePippo sighting somewhere.
You
around there.
saw number 15 for Surf, Cappuccilli, right in front of the screen there.
It could be.
Colors correct. Surf is in blue.
Get some depth, somebody.
White.
It could be.
And let's see, is that the whistle signifying the end of overtime? Or do we still go? Nope.
You didn't want to end this one on an injury, apparently.
Need to see what's going on the left side
Here we
there.
go. Sid, this is where you're the hero.
Now it's
There
into
goes
play.
Sid, go,
Eagles.
Sid, go. Over
The Eagles
here.
now streaking towards the net very quickly. Can they get a shot here late? No, the ball is taken away. Nice job by the Surf defense. And now it's Surf bringing the ball up quickly.
Go,
Brittany
go.
Wynn, number 16.
This is a new strategy being implemented by the Eagles here. The long pass, letting their players run after it and see if they can't create something. A little bit of desperation time for everybody.
Under a minute to go here in overtime. Mathis will take a shot. And on a bounce right into the chest of Rebecca Delaney, the keeper. And there's the whistle. That is the end of the 2 overtime periods. We will decide this championship match. Actually, these girls will. Out on the field with penalty kicks, Justin.
That should be a blast. I've been waiting all day for this.
Penalty kicks will bring this championship game to a close. Each of these squads will take a quick breather and then set up. Justin Cisco, Ken Gonzalez, George Landsman Productions will be back with penalty kicks in just a second. Ken Gonzalez, Justin Cisco back for penalty kicks, and it will be Surf starting it off here. Number 20, Elise Crispin, Justin.
Elise is a very solid soccer player as she lines it up. She's got about 12 foot on this one, and she stretches, she's hopping, she's stepping, she's flash dancing, and she lines it up. She kicks a corner, and it is good! Up high and to the right. What'd you think of that?
Nice job by Crispin there, Justin.
That was crisp. And
Very
in.
crisp job. Very nice, very nice. 1-0 on penalty kicks right now in favor of Surf.
Right now, my body is in some kind of shock. As
Somebody scored.
Sweetman is going to line it up. I mean, wow. That was a goal, Ken.
Number 29, Nicole Sweetman. Delaney in front of the net, and she's going to block it. 1-0 it remains. Surf.
Hello. So Delaney is, can you even score on her? That is the question. She's
Not yet.
She's a robot.
Not yet.
She's unbelievable.
Number 1, Sitta. Alexandra Sitta will take it.
She's going to tell this goalie to sit her down.
Spins the ball. I kind of like that.
She's got style to her game, that's for sure. Her socks
Millheiser.
a little higher than the rest. And here we go. She's a little eye contact here. Oh, yeah, baby. Back of the net.
2-0 Surf over the Eagles. And now the Eagles, the pressure is on because they really need to score here, and then they're going to need a couple of stops the rest of the way. Number 21, Megan Blankenberg, will try to put one on the board here against Delaney.
This is a tall task trying to beat George Bush's Transformer force field.
Delaney, Rebecca Delaney, she's ready to go. Here
Rebecca.
comes the kick.
Oh.
And that ball is going to get right by Rebecca. She went left. And she should have gone right. Blankenberg with the score.
Should have taken the right at Albuquerque, Ken.
2-1 Surf over the Eagles now.
That was like butter. Like butter.
Natalie Garcia, Justin, for Surf.
They like to
Her
call her
attempt.
Nat Gar, and we'll see if she can.
Kagon, Matt Gar, Jay Sis.
It's the way
I
they
like
do it.
that.
It's just the way they do it nowadays. There's not a lot of originality.
Milheiser now with a little breath of fresh air. She's got some life. She knows if she makes a save here, team is still in it.
That it is. So very, very important. This is a hinge goal right here.
And she's unable to do it. Just off her hand, and Surf is 3 for 3 on penalty kicks.
That was so close. She looked like she got just the tips of her nails on there. Not enough to stop that ball from rolling in.
And number 17 now for the Eagle, Caitlin Paletta. She really needs to hit this here.
I really believe in Caitlin. I believe she can do this.
If she doesn't hit this here, they're going to have to hold Surf, and they're going to have to score out just to tie it.
Not gonna get that one past.
Not going to get it by Delaney. Rebecca Delaney goes to her right and makes the stop. And it is 3-1 Surf.
It's as if Delaney lives in the opposing player's head for just a moment.
And right here, if Surf makes this goal, Justin, that's it. There's no way the Eagles can come back to win.
That's all she wrote. Kiss it goodbye. The fat lady is sung. It is over. Squash it.
And it is Shevlin, Grace Shevlin. How fitting could it be?
And the kick is off.
Long run.
Oh.
Gets right underneath the keeper, Milheiser. Shevlin, with tears of joy, I would assume, as she comes streaking back to her teammates. And in the penalty kicks, it's Surf taking it to the Eagles by a score of 4-1. And there they are.
We rejoice.
Championship mound on the ground right there.
Rejoice.
And how fitting is it that Grace Shevlin gets that final penalty kick to put the nail in the coffin right there.
What an exciting match. It ended the way it needed to end. Ken, if you excuse me, I'm going to go dogpile right now, man.
And here you see this Eagles squad played a heck of a match. Both of these teams that had to come down to penalty kicks, and anything goes when you do that. And Milheiser was solid the entire game, but just couldn't get a stop here on the penalty kicks, and the Surf goes 4 for 4 on the PKs. And Delaney, with 2 stops, shutting down the Eagles squad.
I haven't been more impressed with a soccer player in quite some time. Delaney was nails all game long. She was lights out, and in order to get it by her, you had to be on your game today.
Well, we played a lot of soccer today to scoreless tie, 0-0 at the end of that second overtime. And right here in penalty kicks, in 5 minutes, this match was decided. It couldn't be done in 100 minutes. It was decided here in 5 minutes on penalty kicks, and there you see the Eagles and Surf congratulating each other at midfield, and that'll do it for us here from Rancho Capistrano. Beautiful day here, May 8th, 2005, the National Cup Final, Girls Under 15. I'm Ken Gonzalez from Justin Cisco and George Landsman Productions. Hoping you enjoyed this match as much as we did, bringing it to you. And until we see you again, be safe. Have a good day, everybody.